Natalie will start for Sky. Do you want to come to the front, Natalie, and then grab the mic? Sorry.
Morning, Fabian. Can we start with team news, more specifically on Lewis Dunk? What are the updates with the extent of his injury?
Lewis is doubtful, so we have to see if he can train today. But I'm not sure if he will be ready for the game tomorrow.
And the other ones, Stupinian,
So Subinyan is still doing rehab. He won't be an option for the game. Matfifa trained this week. He might be an option for the game. So there we have to see how training's going today. And then we have Solimac, who's also back in team training. But I think it's still too early for him. And I think that's it.
Millie.
Yeah, Millie is still out, unfortunately.
How do you surprise an opponent after such a short period of time? Is it even about surprising an opponent?
No, I don't think it's about surprising them. It's more about doing the same things, but with 1% more, or even with 2% more, because I think the main thing is intensity, and we played intense, and I think therefore we set the standards high, and now it's about challenging ourselves. It's about improving our standards. It's about playing more intense, running more, sprinting more, and I think it's not about outplaying the opponent, because like I said, first of all, Chelsea is a great opponent. They proved it the last time, they will prove it today, and second of all, it's about beating yourself and doing everything in a higher level than we did the last time.
They are a really good opponent, but they weren't great in the last match, and they have been going through ups and downs. So how different do you expect Chelsea to be tomorrow?
I don't know how they will react. Maybe they change their approach. So I can't see in the future. So we have to see it. We have to wait for it, and then sometimes we might have to adapt. But in the end, it's really about focusing on us, trying to play with courage in possession, trying to find solutions in possession like we did the last time. There might come more man to man. It is an option because they played it in the past. So we have to be ready for that they press us man to man, and then we have to find solutions against the man to man. And then also out of possessions, it's about doing the basic things right. Basic things, I mean, with outwork them, run more than them, sprint more than them, win more personal duels, because it will be a very intense game. It will be a game with a lot of personal duels, and then it's about who wins more. Sometimes we overcomplicate football, but I think especially in games where you know it's a man-to-man game, or it might be a game with a lot of personal duels, it's just doing the basic things at the highest standards and the basic things you can influence, and that's what I demand from my players.
I wanted to ask you finally about one specific player in Georgino Rutter, because he was again brilliant against Chelsea. Do you think in a way he represents a lot of the things that you find important in a player, in showing physicality, intensity, and a positive attitude on the pitch and off the pitch as well?
Yeah, he's a role model for that. So he's an athlete. He can win personal duels. He can use his body in a very effective way. He can run a lot. He can sprint a lot, and on top of that, he's a very positive guy. So normally I always see him smiling. Only if we lose. So hopefully after this game, I see him again with a very positive mood.
Chris.
It was great to see so many smiles after the win on Saturday. Are you still on a bit of a high after that win?
No, because I'm never on a high, and also after defeats, I'm never on a big low, because I think that's a very important thing to stay predictable, to not get too euphoric after big wins, to not get too depressive after big losses, to stay calm, to trust the process, to follow your style of play, to follow your convincements, and you can only do it by not overreacting when something positive happens, by not overreacting when something negative happens, and that's my approach, and therefore I try to be a role model.
Diego Gomez was very impressive when he came on. Is he slowly becoming the player that you want him to be here?
Yes, so he's adapting really quick. He's good learner. He's ready to play very intense. His body is very resilient, and he's not only out of possession, very helpful, also in possession. He has some great skills. So you see really that he loves to be here. He's really enjoying playing football for Brighton. He has a lot of passion for this game, and I think that's the main thing. And now it's about us to giving him more and more game time, that he integrates more and more to the team. But he had a impressive start.
In terms of having played Chelsea so recently, does it make your job as head coach quite simple for this one?
I wouldn't say simple, because I think we still have a lot of other great players who want to begin the game, who might be starters, and therefore still have to make decisions, because we had a trainings week which was very intense, where everyone showed that he wants to play, and now it's about making the right decisions.
There'll be no Nicholas Jackson once again for this fixture. Does that impact how you prepare? And is it a bit of a surprise that they'll have no out-and-out striker once again?
I'm not surprised, because I know how it can be in the Premier League with a lot of injuries. So that's part of the business. It changes your approach. In that case, that of course Nicholas Jackson is a key player for them. But in general, like I said, it's more about doing the things we did at the last game in a higher level now, playing more intense, because there were still things where we have to improve. Our pressing was not perfect. Our low block was not perfect. Also in possession, there were things we have to improve. So not everything was great after this win, and it's all about improvement. It's all about trying to get the best out of the potential from the players, and there we have the next chance on Friday, so on tomorrow.
And just finally, Tarek Lamptey is someone that's been very impressive recently in his contributions all over the pitch. What do you make of his form? And is he someone that you want to work with beyond the summer?
So it's first of all very important that T knows how we think about him, and I know his perspective on the situation. And now it's about focusing on the present and trying to be the best Tarek Lamptey he can be, and he is on the best way, because for us he showed already some great performances. He was I think man of the match the last game, and therefore he fully deserved it. And now it's about getting consistency into his performances, so proving himself that that he can do this the same time, that he can play that intense the same time, that he can win this amount of personal duels the same time, and therefore it's also a challenge for himself. And I'm really looking forward to see how he will perform tomorrow.
Fabian, if Lewis Dunk doesn't make it, you've got a few options. You've got your new signing here and Cashin, but also Adam Webster. I just wonder what he made of his contribution. He's been limited in sort of game time, but whenever he's been called upon, he seems to have delivered despite a long time out.
Yeah, exactly. That was what I said to him. So he's a leader. He's always there for the team. He's so supporting. He's so helpful. He's and sometimes also the voice from this team. And every time when we need him, he's there. And I think that's something special. So I never saw a player who is always that ready to come into a game and be immediately the best version of himself. I never saw a player like that supporting and that helpful for his teammates, and that's something very special and that shows his character. So like you said, we have different options how we can replace Lewis if he's not able to play, and I'm really confident that no matter who will play, that he will play a good role.
In terms of playing on a Friday night, you get to play before everybody else. You got the chance to go 8th with a victory. How much of an incentive is that to sort of try and push yourself back into that top 8, as it were, that could well be the European places, to sort of get back on track in terms of your targets?
Of course, it's always important to make good results. But in the end, I always say the season is still long. It's one game. Of course, we want to play this game in the most successful way we can play it. We want to win this game for sure, and we want to give our home fans another win so that they have a good weekend. And that's first of all the main thing, to make them proud, to make them happy, to give them that what they deserve. And on top of that, of course, we want to show a great performance for ourselves. We want to make the next step. We want to improve in our process, and then I'm sure that the result will come.
You mentioned the home fans, obviously a home victory in the FA Cup, but you've still got to play Chelsea, Bournemouth, Fulham, Aston Villa, Newcastle, all at home, all the teams directly above you in the table. Could those games be the crucial part of your season, where you end up?
I think every game can be crucial, and every game will be crucial. So we have to go in every game and see it as a final, and that's our main focus. And in the end, you can only focus on the next game, and that's what we are trying to do. We try to be the best prepared team against Chelsea. We try to beat them together with our fans, because like I always said, we need our fans. We need them as our 12th man, and I really enjoyed the atmosphere the last time, so hopefully tomorrow there will be a similar atmosphere, and then I'm sure that we can play very intense.